Okay, let's talk about this. Hey there world, I'm the Courageous Goldfish, and today we really have to talk about Good Smile Company and the pop-up parade line. Now, we have to address before we go into it that I am an avid defender of the pop-up parade line. I have said it many times before that I love the line. I think people are too hard on it, etc, etc. But today we have to talk about pop-up parade L and more specifically pop-up parade XL. Now, what is Pop-Up Parade L and XL? Well, great question. At the last figure exhibition, Good Smile Company announced a brand new offshoot of their Pop-Up Parade line, Pop-Up Parade L and Pop-Up Parade XL. Now, in theory, at first, I was really excited about this because the original Pop-Up Parades stand at about 170 millimeters. The L's are supposed to stand at about 240 and the XL is supposed to stand at about 400 millimeters. And so I was so excited. I was like, I can get scale-sized Pop-Up Parades for a great price because, you know, that's kind of Pop-Up Parade's whole bag, is that they're affordable, good quality figures. I was also doubly excited that the first XLs that they announced were Fairy Tale XLs, which included a brand new sculpt of Urza in her original Heart Cruise armor. So I was initially so hyped. I was so ready. I was like, I can get a big boy Urza in her armor from a line that I have had consistent good experiences with. Like, I was excited. I was ready. I'm like, this is gonna be great. And then the pricing. Now, I'm not here to on the L pricing because honestly, like, the original ones go for 3,900 yen, which, you know, we all know and love. The L's are supposed to go for 69,000 yen, but the extra large, buckle down for this one, 23,000 yen. Tell me where they get the audacity. Like, tell me where the audacity came from. 23,000 yen? For a pop-up parade? Like, the whole point of pop-up parade in the first place is that it's supposed to be affordable. Obviously, I'm gonna get into the nitty-gritty of why I think this is stupid. But I think first, we really have to analyze why the pop-up parades are such a great line of figures. The whole entire concept of pop-up parade as a whole is that you can have good quality figures of your favorite characters for a cheap price point. And that's what's made it so successful. They're making characters that other companies wouldn't dare touch. They're doing cool concepts. They're doing great quality figures for a low price. That's the whole point. That's the main selling reason why people would choose to buy pop-up parades. That's personally why I buy pop-up parades, because they do cool characters I can't get anywhere else, they're good quality in my opinion, and they're relatively inexpensive. Like, that's the whole bread and butter. That's the whole point of pop-up parade as a whole. Again, 69,000 for the large, I'm not too mad about. I can shove that disdain aside. I think it's okay, right? For the size, in comparison to the regular ones, 3,000 extra yen, you know, it makes sense, it's okay. It's the 23,000 yen that I do have a problem with, and this is why. First and foremost, compared to what you can get for 23,000 yen from other companies, absolutely no contest. Absolutely zero contest. That is freeing bunny prices. You could buy a freeing 1/4 scale bunny figure, the coveted 1/4 scale bunny, for 23,000 yen. And you're gonna tell me that I should instead put my 23,000 yen towards a giant prize figure. Okay. And I'm not here to say that the freeing bunnies are worth it. Personally, I don't have any. I would only order one if it was a character I really loved. I have my issues with it, right? Like, freeing has terrible hair sculpts. We all know this. I don't think that it's worth it for the price that you get. The quality is great, but it's not worth what they're charging, right? And that's a common thread with the figure companies right now, is that they're charging obscene prices and they're not backing it up. Like, the product is not worth what they're selling it for. Completely separate issue. We're probably gonna get into that later. I just don't think it's worth it. You're going to say that someone should spend 23,000 yen on what is essentially a scaled up version of something that you're also selling for 39,000 yen. Make it make sense, right? I'm trying to think of the best way to describe what I'm trying to say here for a second, so bear with me if this kind of doesn't make sense for a minute. But if you're gonna sell the original for 3,900 and then sell the large for 6,900, where do you get the jump between 6,900 to 23,000, right? That is crazy to me. And it's not like you're getting a hugely different scaled figure, right? The larges are 240 millimeters, and then the XLs are 400. So you're not even getting double the size of the figure. Do you know what I mean? Make it make sense. Like, the size of the figure that you're getting in the XL as compared to the size of the figure you get for the large, and comparing your prices like that, the large to me seems worth it, and the extra large would be worth it to me if they were charging somewhere around the 12,000, 13,000 price range. Makes sense. I could get behind that. 23,000? Like, freeing bunny money? No, I can't. Like, why? First of all, what is the incentive? What am I getting in return for this investment, right? Because when you buy a freeing bunny, you expect to have that high quality, very like specific, high quality luxury experience, right? The pop-up parade line is not synonymous with that luxury price tag. It's not synonymous with the branding. The whole point is that you can get collectibles of figures that you like for cheap. The thing that scares me the most about this, aside from the price tag, is the quality, because pop-up parade quality in their regular ones is good. The quality is fine for the price that you pay. Now, some people might have objections to that. I know that lately there's been some QC issues. As a whole though, I've never had any problems. I think that the quality of the pop-up parades are pretty good. We're gonna leave it at that for a second. Bear with me. If they're going to try to give the same quality for the L and the XLs with no extra details, no extra like paint shading or anything like that, what's the point, right? Like, if you're getting the same quality as the regular ones, just in a bigger form, it's not worth the extra surplus of the price tag. They're gonna really have to kill it on the detail for these for me to even want to look twice at it, which is really rare for me because A, it's Pop-Up Parade, and B, it's Urza Scarlet. Like, I'm a notorious Urza stan, right? I would be so excited if they come out with a prototype for this and it's like heavily detailed, heavily nice, like a good looking scale figure, something that is worth the scale figure price. The second thing that also worries me about this is the bases. People really hate the hexagonal bases, and I will say I don't love them, but I'm not incensed by them, right? For the regular ones, it's fine. I could even maybe see it for the larges, but if they're gonna try and give us extra large pop-up parades with the god-awful hexagonal bases, absolutely not, because it does cheapen the look of the figure. Now, for the regular ones, it doesn't matter all that much to me because it is a cheap figure, right? But if you're trying to sell something for 23,000 yen, you can't give a god-awful ugly base with it. You just can't. So I really need more information on the bases for these, because it just like, if they're gonna try and send these out with the hexagonal bases, it's gonna be a disaster. It's just gonna get ripped to shreds by the community because it's ridiculous. We can speak again on quality control. I know lately people have been really upset with the pop-up parade quality control. And to be honest, it has been pretty crap. I haven't actually bought a pop-up parade in a little bit, so I can't really, like, all my experiences have been good, but I have seen photos on my figure collection that are really sus. Like that Aaron Yeager? Unacceptable in my opinion. But that's just kind of something that Good Smile Company is going through as a whole right now. Like, some of the Nendroids right now are just, like, disaster. Like, have you seen the Riza? Atelier Riza? I don't know how you say it, but her Nendroid was just, like, god-awful. And I know that there is difference in the producing company versus, like, if Good Smile makes it versus if Toy Tech makes it. I don't think that Pop-Up Parade does that. I think they're all made by Good Smile Company. But even so, the quality control lately for all of Good Smile's products, the Nendroids included, are just awful. Like, it's terrible. So they got to show up and show out with the quality control for this new line. They can't afford to do what they're doing now. It's just, it worries me for people that are going to buy these hoping that they're going to get a high quality product, and then it'll show up and it won't be that. I'm not ready to write it off completely. I am just very, very, very skeptical. Like, I need more information. I need to have that trust, basically. I have the trust for the original line. Definitely. 100% have the trust for the regular pop-up parades. And I might even have the trust for the larges, but the extra larges to me have so much to prove to justify the price point. I just don't think that they can show up with this. And I really hope that I'm proved wrong on this, obviously, because, you know, A, I want to see the line succeed because I like it, and B, because it's Ursa Scarlet. But I just, I don't know who came up with the pricing for this. I just don't understand. This is a whole nother thing, I think, with the figure collecting community as a whole right now. The prices are going up. Like, the scale prices are going up, Nendroid prices are through the roof. It's just, it's getting more expensive than it already was. And really for no reason. Like, we're not getting better quality. We're getting the same quality for a marked up price. Which is a thing for the whole community right now. Like, I want to make it very clear, I'm not trying to, like, accuse Good Smile of being the only person doing this. Everyone, all the figure companies are doing this. It is atrocious to me that there are scales, 1/7 scales, that are up for like 29,000 yen. Miku Digital Stars, I'm looking at you. No effing way that that thing is going to be worth the 29,000 price tag. There's just no way. They could be charging lower prices, and we know that they can because they have. For the same quality, they've charged 16 to 17,000, right? Not even speaking strictly with figures anymore, just everything in general. They've hiked the prices because of COVID, and yet I highly doubt now that they will ever go down or back to normal, because now we've set the precedent that we will pay the marked up price if we have to. So if they make us, we will. And why wouldn't you as a company, right? Like, if you can sell it for more, why wouldn't you? But this is gonna drive a lot of people away from the hobby. Less customer base equals less sales. So I don't know how, in their minds, this makes sense, right? It just, as a whole right now, the Japanese manufacturers really have to step up their game. I don't have any Chinese figures in my collection, but that Miku Mythos is like breaking the community right now. Beautiful figure, beautiful quality, great price. It's a Chinese figure. I really feel like in the future, the Chinese manufacturers are going to be stepping up their game and creating competition, which I would highly welcome. Somebody needs to step up and say, we can do it better for cheaper. This is a little bit sidetracked from the whole pop-up parade discussion, but that's how I feel about it currently at the moment. This is the thing with collectibles. There is no way to really gauge worth, because worth is based off of like emotional value to the collector, right? Like, if it's worth it to you, you will pay the price. That's the hard part, because you also don't want to just get stiffed for something that's like really just not worth it for what you get, right? Like taking the emotional aspect out of it, taking the collectible aspect out of it, taking the exclusivity aspect out of it. What do you get at the end of the day? You get PVC that looks like some character from a show you watch. Like, that's the whole thing with collectibles in the first place. Like, yes, they are expensive, they're exclusive, the collectible, this is expensive because we say it is, right? The out-of-handness that I've seen go on throughout the past 2 years, not even specifically in this hobby, but especially in this hobby, like with the Pokemon cards, like, just, it's all out of hand. This new Pop-Up Parade XL thing is what really got me thinking about this whole thing as a whole, so it is tangentially related to the main subject of this video. I don't know what more to say. They're gonna really have to pull up and show out for this new line. Like, I have not seen anybody be excited about this yet. I've seen people be like optimistically skeptical, like me, but I haven't seen anybody go, yes, I am ready, I am like, give me the PO, I'm gonna lay it down right here, right now. Which I think is going to eventually bite Good Smile in the ass. I may still end up pre-ordering the Urza. The pull of Urza might be too strong for me not to, but I will really fight myself on it if I do, because that price tag is just absolutely atrocious for what I am assuming I will be getting in return. I mean, as a whole, the brand new exhibition that just happened this month, I'm met on. There are only 2 things out of the whole entire, like all of the collections, the Kotobukiya, the Ami Ami Hobby Camp, the Wan Fest, the Wan Hobby, that whole thing, there's only 2 figures that I would actually seriously consider purchasing. That would be the Komi-san Nendoroid, but only if she comes with this faceplate, and this brand new Racing Miku private version, because I saw the renders for her and she's actually really pretty. Shockingly. I like this figure because it's simple, it's not as overdone as a lot of the other Mikus, but again, it's gonna depend on the price point that they PO it for, because I'm not gonna be paying 29,000 yen for that. It's just not worth it. Again, I mean, this all just comes down to my matter of personal opinion. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit because I have been an avid defender of the pop-up parades on this channel, so I feel like it would be kind of hypocritical if I didn't like lay out how I feel about this new thing, but I don't know, man. I'd like to know what you think, honestly, because I feel like my opinion is not that unpopular, but I might be surprised. It seems to me like the price gouging in this community is just getting out of hand, and this line is really just showcasing that. Not that I'm gonna stop collecting figures, because I'm too deep into it now, but it does hurt when you have to pay these kinds of prices when you just know that they could be doing it for cheaper. Anyways, I would really like to know what you think in the comments down below. Let's start a conversation about this. Also in other news, I am trying to kind of be less rigid with the time frame of posting my videos because my schedule is really whack right now, and so if I have to stick to a particular day, it's just, I'm gonna miss a lot of weeks. So I'm trying to just post them as I'm getting time to film them and edit them, which I hope is okay for now. I'm in my last semester of college, so school is screwing me in the ass right now. Anyways, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the flip side.